like the real reason that Africans, Caribbeans, and everyone from the diaspora is so bothered by Black Americans is because we do not let the African part of our lineage overshadow the American part, right?
Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Guys, we have just started 2025. We are in January. Like today is the 5th of January 2025. And this is why we have this sister from the diaspora. She's African American, and I don't know what triggered her. Like, there's no video of like anyone African or Caribbean saying shit or saying anything about Black Americans, especially like, okay, African Americans. And she's on the internet calling us out like we are, a problem to Black Americans. And I'm like, why does this have to happen every single start of the year? Like, this is a pattern that I've seen. And I don't know if she's just saying this to get attention, because I mean, when I went to her platform, this is the only video that actually went viral to her platform. And I'm like, really, in 2025 we are still gonna have this diaspora? I was like, are you kidding me? But yeah, guys, listen to what she said and what other people, Africans and Caribbean, had to say about this comeback, and let me know what you think about it.
I feel like the real reason that Africans, Caribbeans, and everyone from the diaspora is so bothered by Black Americans is because we do not let the African part of our lineage overshadow the American part, right? So when African Americans are creating all of this new culture and we're being the face of culture and creation and innovation all across the world, we are not giving that credit to our African heritage. And I think that is where all of the discomfort come from. Because every time there's a conversation about, the greatness of Black Americans in the world, every time a British person or Caribbean person opens their mouth to talk about Black people in America, it's always, oh, they don't know their roots. They don't know their heritage. When in fact, we do know our history, we do know our heritage, and we know that we are descendants of American slaves. And in those 500 years, we mixed with Europeans, Native Americans, Hispanics, and of course, the people who were originally here were African. But we ourselves are not inherently African in any type of way. So because we don't give that credit in large to our African counterparts, there is jealousy and disdain there. And that's why there is always so much question about our identities. It's not that we don't know who we are, because we do know who we are. It's that you don't like who we claim to be. And because our American part of our identities is just as important as the African part of our identity, as well as the Native American, Hispanic, and everything else that mixes to make an African American, that rubs you the wrong way. You think that Africa should get more credit for the creation of Black America. The proof of this is you don't give Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, or Brazilians this same treatment, right? People are okay with Latinx, Afro-Latin people highlighting the Latin part of their culture over the African part of their culture. And the only reason that y'all are okay with that is because they have not reached the heights of creation and innovation that Black America has, right? And so because they haven't done anything as world-changing and as world-effective as Black America does, it doesn't matter as much to you. But because we have reached heights with our culture that our counterparts across the seas and in South America cannot reach or have not reached, because I won't say that you can't, it's a problem for you. You need us to say how African we are so that you can take credit for our greatness.
It's the third day of the year. Third day. The cement has not been dried on 2025. See what is being peddled on the internet. That Africans and Caribbeans have something against Black Americans. Are you dumb? Are you crazy or something? Did you actually sit down and come up with this on your own? Or this is something that America has told you guys? So you are finding problems because you cannot find the big enemy, which we both know who they are. Africans and Caribbeans don't give a damn about African Americans. Guys, I hope in 2025 you get to get that fact in your head. We do not care. First of all, when you move abroad, our identity is not even Black, because we already know we are Black. We don't need to make a big deal about the fact that we are Black from Africa, because we come from a place where everybody is Black. Nobody cares. That's why majority of Africans, when they go abroad and they get opportunities, they thrive because they are not sitting and observing and saying, oh, you don't like me because I'm Black. Oh, you told me I came late to work because I'm Black. Oh, you're questioning the kind of work I'm doing because I'm Black. No, because for Africans, our problems are very different from yours. So So instead of you thinking or being told that we have something against you and you actually grew up believing it, leave us out of your own problems because we know you have bigger fish to fry in America. Focus on healthcare and focus on the most important thing, which is trying to change your American education system, because the kind of information you people get in school, you're better off not going, because you become more dumber than dumber. Because I don't understand the kind of information you people get. I don't know what they tell you in America about Africa or Caribbean. I don't know what kind of lies they have told you guys. But in this age of the internet, my sister, book a small flight to Ghana or to South Africa or to whatever country in Africa, or to Jamaica. Go there and find out for yourself. Because all these narratives that you're being told in America are lies. And I cannot imagine how America is actually regarded as a first world country. Like, for me, that thing really shocks me. America being regarded as a first world country, it's like Uganda being regarded as a democracy. Anyway, sorry Uganda, but yeah, I had to drag you into this. Sorry.
Because we do not let the African part of our lineage overshadow the American part, right?
You guys are flocking to ancestry tests to find that 0.01% South African so that you can have somewhere to belong. Because clearly it's not that place where you as a Black American woman will feel unsafe in your house, call the police because you feel unsafe, and somehow the police will wind up killing you. I was today years old when I found out that Africans are allegedly feuding with Black Americans simply because the Black Americans don't credit their African heritage for their great achievements. And from where I'm sitting, I'm like, what would make you think that the Africans want to be associated with a demographic of people that do not even know the difference between then and then? No, seriously, I'm just being petty. What would make you feel like we want to be associated with a demographic of people that will still kill each other? A Black American will kill a fellow Black American for the simple fact that they disrespected them by, get this, accidentally stepping on their shoe at the mall. That's grounds for them to die, right? Why would you think we want to be associated with a demographic of people that if you meet and you're from two different hoods, one person has to die? What would make you think that? But anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is you as Black Americans have bigger issues to deal with. Africa is not your problem, right? For the fact that your Black son cannot go out of the house and guaranteed to come back alive, lest they die at the hands of a cop or a fellow high-achieving Black American. This creator went ahead to list some of the major achievements done by Black Americans. Meanwhile, most of the Black Americans cannot afford to enjoy those innovations. She mentioned that they invented the pressure cooker. I'm like, most Black Americans cannot read. They cannot spell pressure. You're here saying, oh, they not like us. They not like us. They're not like us. Of course, we're not like you. I am guaranteed to leave a traffic stop with my life. Are you? When you can finally wiggle out of your hair bonnet and do some research, you're going to read about the great Nelson Mandela, right? You'd be amazed the works he did for freedom, something that you as a Black American are still fighting for, seeing as you cannot walk around certain neighborhoods without them doing the noble thing and calling the cops because they think you're a thief, or worse, shooting you dead. So yeah, when I tell you Africa is not your problem and you and your achievements are not our problem, you people have bigger problems, okay? Anyway, whomst am I to talk? I'm in a fourth world country. I have my cheetah packed outside. I'm going to ride it to the forest where I scrape fruits for survival. Africa, not your problem. You have serious problems. Anyway, God bless you. Black Americans, continue high achieving.
I feel like the real reason that Africans, Caribbeans, and everyone from the diaspora is so bothered by Black Americans is because we do not let the African part of our lineage overshadow the American part, right?
No, it's because humans are delusional as fuck. Next.
So when African Americans are creating all of this new culture,
There is no new shit. We have receipts. Next.
and I think that is where all of the discomfort come from.
There is no discomfort from Africans or Caribbeans. We do not care. That's why humans are the only ones ever on this app complaining. Next.
Because every time there's a conversation about, the greatness of Black Americans in the world,
The allegations are false, sis. And I bet you have no receipts. Next.
in fact, we do know our history, we do know our heritage, and
Statistically, the average American reads at year 6 level. So it's okay, sis. Don't worry. We don't believe you. Next.
we know that we are descendants of American slaves. And
Exhibit A. Sister, black people displayed all over the world are the descendants of enslaved Africans, not Americans. Next.
In those 500 years, we mixed with Europeans, Native Americans, Hispanics.
Exhibit B of stupidness. The native people of the Americans are the Native Americans. You niggas are resting on this logic that black people were the first in America. Until date, you lot can't even find one bone to prove your theory. Also, being Hispanic is not a race. Hispanics are people who speak Spanish. Next.
And of course, the people who originally here were African. But we ourselves are not inherently African in any type of way. So,
you see why the rest of the world think humans are stupid? Next.
Because we don't give that credit large to our African counterparts.
I think the credit she's talking about is that one, their parents fuck up when they take our cards in their name and buy shit and don't pay it off. Next.
There is jealousy and disdain there.
We ain't jealous of humans, bruv. That's why we ain't out here saying nothing. Next.
And that's why there is always so much question about our identities.
Notice how Caribbeans and Africans never have to explain our identity. We don't make it one that can be questioned. Do the same. Next.
It's not that we don't know who we are, because we do know who we are.
No, you don't. That's why humans are the only tiny piece of the diaspora that keep moaning online. Next.
It's that you don't like who we claim to be.
No, what it actually is you niggas have a problem because we don't care who you niggas claim to be. Next.
Proof of this is you don't give Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, or Brazilians this same treatment, right?
100%, because Hispanics and Brazilian and so on are very hardworking people. They do not have time to come on social media with delusional lies against other racial groups of people. They understand that the food stamps in section ain't enough, so they out there making their money. This is why we don't have no problems with them. Next.
We're okay with Latinx, Afro-Latin people highlighting the Latin part of their culture over the African part of their culture. And
no, that will be you and your peers. Caribbeans and Africans don't say shit about anybody else. And we have receipts. Next.
the only reason that y'all are okay with that is because they have not reached the heights of creation and innovation that Black America has, right?
I'm trying to figure out what heights exactly, because America is the only country I know you can work 50,000 hours a week and still can't make ends meet, bruv. Next.
And so because they haven't done anything as world-changing and as world-effective as Black America does, it doesn't matter as much to you. But
you need a masterclass on the contribution Black people around the world made compared to African Americans. I'm more than happy to help you. Next.
you need us to say how African we are so that you can take credit for our greatness.
No, we don't. And please don't do that. The last thing Africans and Caribbeans need is for the rest of the world to think that we are all one big fat group of dumb fucks. Good night.
As you've seen the video, that is what people had to say. And it's really disappointing to me, guys, because we have just started 2025. Guys, today is 5th, like I said. And this person decided to come on the internet and start this issue, like come and say these things about Africans and Caribbeans and, you know, trying to like put Black people against each other, which I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous, because guys, we have just started the year and I thought these conversations like would end or stop in 2024. And I'm like, why are we even still having these conversations? Like, we are always on the internet trying to learn about ourselves and, you know, trying to push and get to understand ourselves. And then someone comes at the start of the year and wants to start a diaspora war and trying to pin Africans against Black Americans. Like, guys, we have bigger issues. We have bigger problems. And like the lady said in the videos, the African ladies, guys, Africans are the least of the problems that are affecting anyone in America, especially Black Americans. Just like Black Americans are the least of the problem that is affecting like Black people in Africa, African people or Caribbean people. So it's really sad, you know, that we still have to have these conversations, like still have to have these diaspora wars. You know, like I said, this person on their platform, this is the video that actually, you know, kind of went viral. And it shows you like some people just come because they want to like create clout or kind of be like popular, I don't know, like push their content. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like these are the conversations or these are the things that we say about ourselves, and these other groups of people use them against us, okay? Because it doesn't make sense for a Black American to come and attack an African when we all have like the same problem, and that is not us. That is not us. The problem that we are facing, we all know what that problem is. And it is the reality. Guys, I mean, just like the African woman was talking about how it's not safe for Black Americans in America, like you can't just wake up and go and do something without like any interference from your fellow people or from like the police or, you know, from the palmed people. And I've seen countless videos, right? I've seen countless videos on media, on social media, and it's not something that we should come and really attack ourselves with. Like I did not like that statement, but I feel like it came from a defensive side. But this is not helping. This is not helping. So when this starts at the beginning of the year, trust me, it's not a good look. It is not a good look, and I'm not happy because it's always put on us as Africans that we are the ones that come on the internet and apparently attack African Americans or like the Black people in the diaspora. But here we are with the sister in the year that has just started trying to create a war amongst ourselves. And I'm like, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? So I really don't know if it's just the system, it's like in the US, that just try to push this propaganda in your heads and make you feel like we Africans don't appreciate what Black Americans do. I'm this person like really that comes here and says Africans really appreciate what like Black people did or do, you know, in the world. Just like I see a lot of videos of African Americans appreciating their culture of Africa, you know, coming in and really taking the time to appreciate the motherland and really looking for their, you know, lineage and heritage and understand where they came from, because they do love being African and they are proud to say they're African. So I don't know what this lady or what triggered her to come and like try to pin us against, you know, ourselves, Caribbeans, Black, British, Africans, and, you know, African Americans. It's just something to be, you know, questioning. You know, like Africans have a lot of problems going on. Like I always share them with the politics, with the things that are going on with you know, the countries coming in and invading and don't want to live with the resources and things. Guys, let's do better. And I do know these are conversations that I don't even have to share, but I have to because I'm forced to, and because of course Africans are involved, and of course I'm African, right? I can't take that out. So I'm just here like to send love and like just let you know that we have bigger problems than to, you know, allow these kinds of people come on the internet and trying to divide us and make more chaos, because it's making us look even more stupid, more and more stupid in the eyes of other groups of people that, you know, see these things and the things that we say about ourselves, then they use them really to degrade us and not even respect us even more. Because why would someone respect you if you have someone that comes and talks bad about people that look like them? Like, make it make sense. I just want to send love to you guys. Like, you know, let's stop with these diaspora wars. Africans have no issues with Black Americans or Caribbeans or Black British or anyone Black. We all have problems, and the biggest problem that we actually have, we know it, and that's where the more emphasis and focus should be for us to have a better life ahead as Black people as a whole, if that makes sense. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. Again, Happy New Year. It's 2025 and we are starting it in this manner, which is really disappointing, but I hope we are going to do better. I hope this year we do better and don't see this kind of things happen. Yeah, that is it. I'll see you in another video. Bye.